Today I'm making a Minecraft robot that buys and sells stock based on the ore it mines. See, I was watching some Minecraft on YouTube.
Can I shoot you?
As you do. And I saw some people playing with this amazing mod called Computercraft. This mod adds computers and mining robots that you can program to do literally anything. The mod uses a language called Lua for all its programming, which... ew. Okay, I understand that Lua is commonly used in games because it's easy to embed in other programming languages and other things. I don't have to like it. Honestly, at least it's not Ruby. Anyways, arguably the best part about this entire mod is that it comes with a standard suite of APIs, including one for making HTTP requests. Is the API good? No. Does it work? Yes. Which means we can surf the internet in Minecraft.
You're going surfing on the internet.
Alright, here's what I came up with. We'll have a Computercraft machine running as a central server, and then we'll have a turtle strip mining. Actually, scratch that. We're gonna have multiple turtles strip mining, and each one is gonna be competing for my love and affection. Basically, which one's gonna make the most money. Each turtle will be running a script that I wrote that reports back to the server whenever it mines a block of ore. As a side note, I'll be using FTB Revelation, which adds new ores, which means more stocks, and hopefully more money. Anyways, whenever the server receives a message, it'll translate the ore that turtle mined into a ticker for a specific stock. You can see all the stocks mapped to all the ores here. After that, the server will make a request to some stock trading API to actually make the trade. Now yes, originally I was going to use Robinhood because clickbait, but it turns out Robinhood actually hates people using their platform for automated API trading. As an alternative, I poked around on the internet and I found this trading platform called Alpaca. This platform is API first, which is the exact opposite of Robinhood, and it also doesn't hate its user base. It's also not down 70% on the stock market. Alright, I hear you saying, hold on. Are the turtles only ever gonna buy stock and never sell? We could just have the turtles alternate between buying and selling per ore type. Basically, when the bot mines its first diamond, it buys Tesla. When it mines its second, it sells Tesla, etc., etc. Buy, sell, buy, sell. But that's not nearly convoluted enough. See, instead I decided to have another Computercraft machine running, which will be hooked up to a bunch of pressure plates in a chicken coop via redstone. Each pressure plate will be assigned to a different turtle, and when the chicken steps on the plate, it'll toggle that turtle between buy mode and sell mode. I'll also include a fallback case where the turtle doesn't own any of the stock, but it tries to sell. In this case, it'll look to all its turtle friends to see if anybody at all owns that stock. If there is a turtle out there that already owns that stock, it'll sell that turtle's stock and then split the profits or the losses with that other turtle. If no turtles out there own the stock at all, then we'll just sell it and short sell. So if you're wondering why the chicken coop client is actually represented by a bowl of oatmeal, I actually started this project last year, but I never got around to making a video, and when I found my old code, the file for the chicken coop client was just named oatmeal. Now I vaguely remember wanting to make a joke about how the chicken in the coop was named oatmeal, but now I don't remember what that joke was supposed to be, and I just have this file named oatmeal, so welcome to the team, oatmeal.
Yum yum.
Now of course we can't just track the results in some boring spreadsheet or something.
Bam!
Live leaderboard, live trade feed, and running totals all inside Minecraft. Yeah, Computercraft has fully colorized monitors as well. And with that, we have our totally complete, not going to change, needlessly elaborate Minecraft stock bot. All that's left to do is code it. Yeah, so remember 10 seconds ago when I said that plan was totally complete and not gonna change? I lied. There was this teeny tiny hiccup where Alpaca wasn't accepting any of my requests. I was sending data from Minecraft and I was getting nothing. But when I tried it with a different website, it was working completely fine. So I booted up Wireshark, no relation. It's an application which captures network traffic for analysis. And I tried to figure out what was happening. See, when two computers talk to each other, there's usually a standardized way that they do that. The first thing the computers do is send a little bit of data back and forth to establish a connection. This isn't real data, this is metadata. It's data that basically just decides how the two computers are going to talk to each other. This metadata includes how the computers are going to encrypt the data that they're sending back and forth, as well as verification that those computers are who they say they are. This process is called the TLS handshake, and it goes like this. The computer initiating contact, the client, will send a sync message. Yes, it is not supposed to have a C at the end. It stands for synchronize. I don't know why they left the C off. The server will respond with its own sync as well as an ACK, or an acknowledgement of the client's initial sync message. Then the client ACKs the server's sync. This part is called the three-way handshake, and it's basically computer speak for
Hello, how do you do, fellow computer?
Hello, other computer. I am doing well, and yourself?
Oh, I am doing quite well also.
Now, just to be extra explicit, after this, the computers send actual hello messages back and forth to each other. These messages literally just say hello. But alongside the hello, the server also sends its certificate to the client. This will be very important later. See, every server needs a certificate, and it's very important for the server because it essentially says,
Yes, I am a server that is allowed and trustworthy on the internet.
Given everything has gone well up into this point, then the server and the client exchange a little bit of information about encryption, and then they start sending real data. If you happen to record your own network traffic, you can see this happening, which is really cool. So let's take a look at my network traffic for these weird failed requests to Alpaca. At first glance, you might think it's these red and black messages that are the issue. This is a great intuition, but it also happens to be wrong. See, software engineers have this masochistic tendency to reduce the readability of the applications they make whenever possible, so they can feel important when people ask them how to do things. The truly spoopy message is here. See, above this, we can see the three-way sync, ACK, and ACK, followed by some TLS messages where my computer and the Alpaca server say hello to each other. Everything's normal right now. But then the Alpaca server sends its certificate, and instead of accepting it, my computer goes,
Warning! This certificate is unknown! I refuse to talk to this computer anymore! What if it is a drug dealer?
and then my computer just stops communicating. I really spent time trying to figure out what was happening here, because when I didn't go through Minecraft, when I just made regular requests, it worked. So it wasn't just my computer, it was something about my computer and Minecraft. I don't know, my computer's not having any of it. So to mitigate this, I did the next best thing I could think of, and I stuck a proxy server in between Minecraft and the Alpaca server. Alright, back to the diagram. I whipped up a quick Python web server, I changed the scripts so that they talk to the Python server instead of Alpaca directly, and we are good to go. So it turns out I did not just whip up a quick Python web server, I actually had to set up port forwarding for the port I'm using, and then the requests were timing out because it also turns out my Python server was responding on a different port than it was receiving traffic on, and that port was non-deterministic, which means it changed every time I booted up the server for some reason, so I can't just also port forward that port. So I turned off my entire firewall. No, Python, I'm completely fine with this. I don't care at all if I get a crippling virus to make some random YouTube shitpost video. And so finally, after turning on a Python web server, turning off my firewall, and writing some spaghetti code scripts, I was ready. I uploaded all of my scripts onto Pastebin, which you can now download if you'd like to. I prepped my oatmeals, I double monitored, I made a big sign that says Wall Street to keep everyone's spirits high, I downloaded the files onto their respective machines in Minecraft, and I booted it up. Let's go! Wait, it actually works! Yes! Yeah, I'm not crazy! Now, I'll be honest, it took a little bit longer than just that. It definitely didn't work on the first try, but I did get it working eventually. Now, when I did finally get it working, there were only a couple of open hours left for the stock market that day, so I ran it for as long as I could, and here's the results from a couple hours of 6 bots mining. Okay, unlucky. You know what? The stock market probably had a bad day. Every stock is probably down. Yeah, see, look, the S&P 500's down almost 1%. So the next day, I woke up kind of early. That's a lie. I woke up at like 9:30. But I did immediately jump on Minecraft and boot up everything. Did I have real life work to do? Yes. Did I ignore it? A little bit. And the results? Well, see for yourself. You might notice some tickers here that aren't super popular. The most common stock by far that you see on this screen is HCC, or Warrior Met Coal. I don't know how they came up with that ticker because it has literally no bearing on the actual name of the stock. This is an actual coal stock, so I thought it was fitting to make coal, which is by far the most abundant resource in Minecraft, an actual coal stock on the stock market. In fact, I did that with a lot of the stocks. I tried to make them as accurate to the actual product that the turtles were mining as possible. For example, iron is X on the stock market, which is United States Steel. I know it's not iron, it's steel, but X is a very common stock, and I thought iron and steel was pretty similar. Similarly, platinum maps to PLG or platinum group metals, uranium maps to URA or the global uranium ETF, and silver maps to the Pan America Silver Corporation. Of course, I also had to have fun with the exotic mappings. For example, emerald maps to GameStop, redstone maps to Microsoft, gold maps to Goldman Sachs, copper maps to Snapchat, charged quartz maps to Netflix, rest in peace, and of course, diamond maps to our glorious Tesla. Now I gotta be honest, I really expected the bots to throw around a little more cash, but at the end of a day, we're up $200, which isn't horrible.
One thing that's interesting to note is that there's actually quite a bit of short selling that was going on, and I don't really know how that's going to affect the final number.
And of course, you can see $2,300 of Tesla after the first day, which means we did hit diamond. Now, after a couple days, I wasn't satisfied with the numbers that I was seeing. They just weren't big enough, so I put the bots in high roller mode. Instead of one stock, the bots would buy 10 stock for every ore they mined. And we did see bigger numbers. In the wrong direction. You know what? Good on the pink turtle for staying positive at 75 cents after a single day. Alright, well that's basically all I got. I'll let the time lapse of the high roller day play out a little bit longer. If you happen to stumble across this video and you liked it, let me know with a comment or a like or whatever. This is the first video I've ever made. I had a ton of fun making it. I think I'm gonna keep doing this just because I really enjoyed making this video, even if no one watches. I think it's just fun to have these projects like this. And if any of you out there who do happen to stumble across this video have an idea for something funny to do, either pertaining to code and random APIs or video games or both in this case, let me know with a comment and maybe I'll do it because I need ideas. And if you made it this far, thank you for letting me waste 15 minutes of your life. And I hope to waste more of your time in the future.